Shalom, shalom, Israel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending some time here with me. I want to share something with you all that I found recently in the book of Isaiah, Yeshayahu, because as Passover is coming up, I noticed there's a lot of people talking about leaving and moving and going to another country, people trying to hasten and speed up the process. And I just wanted to read something to you because most of us are still in the KJV only mode. And although I'm not hating on the KJV, I think it's a good translation most of the time. I just want to show you guys how a comparison between the Septuagint and the KJV can differ greatly. And it brings a lot more clarity to our understanding in English, because the Septuagint was translated by Jews a few generations prior to those who denied the Messiah. Therefore, the translation is a lot more intact and less manipulated than the Masoretic text, which is where the KJV comes from. So let's get into it. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and we're going to start in verse 18. And on my left, you'll see it's Brenton's Septuagint version and the KJV on the right. So let's starting off with the KJV. Let's read verse 18. And therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait on him. And now on the left side we have the Septuagint version. And the Lord will again wait, that he may pity you, and will therefore be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you, because the Lord your God is a judge. Blessed are they that stay themselves upon him. Now, if you notice, it changes a few words, but nothing too extreme. However, as soon as we get into verse 19, you'll start seeing some differences. Verse 20. I just wanted to get the context of what's going on here. He's listening to the pleas and the cries of Israel through the oppression. The same word used for oppression is the same word that's used in Exodus when the people of Israel were coming out of Egypt and they cried out. And during that cry, it says because of their oppression, that's when he heard their prayers. So very similar to these end times that we're living in. But nevertheless, in verse 20, we see on the KJV side over here, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. Now that kind of doesn't make it much sense, because it says you're going to walk in the way and turn to the right and to the left. So, that had my head scratching. So what I always do is just compare it to other translations, right? So going back to starting verse 20 on the Septuagint side over here, let's go ahead and start this one. And though the Lord shall give you the bread of affliction and scant water, yet they that cause thee to err shall no more at all draw nigh to thee, for thy eyes shall see those that cause thee to err, and thy ears shall hear the words of them that went after thee to lead thee astray, who say, This is the way, let us walk in it, whether to the right or to the left. And thou shalt pollute the plated idols, and thou shalt grind to powder the gilt ones, and shalt scatter them as the water of a removed woman, and thou shalt thrust them forth as dung. So the Septuagint version actually says that these people who cause you to err, you will be able to recognize now. So it says that those people will no more at all be able to draw near to you, because it says your eyes shall see those, or your eyes shall perceive those that cause thee to err. And so your ears shall hear the words of them that went after thee to lead thee astray, who say, This is the way, let's go to the right or to the left. So in my opinion, this section of Isaiah chapter 30 is a lot clearer in the Septuagint version. For one thing, because it makes sense with the context. The KJV is almost saying the way is to go to the right or to the left. And obviously we know what the Torah says, that it's a narrow path. No, it's not to be going to the left or to the right. So just wanted to bring this out to you because we need to wait on him. We need to cry out to him and let him hear our prayers, and he will respond. Other parts of Isaiah says that he will go in front of us and be our rear guard, just like when the people left Egypt during the Exodus, the first Exodus. He went in front of them and behind them, and he says he's going to do the exact same thing again. So there is nowhere that we need to flee to be prepared for this, because he's going to gather us from the north, from the south, from the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun. So I hope this was a blessing to you all, and hope you join me on the next study. Shalom.